Tired of the same old action flicks? Buckle up, because we're diving into top 10 hidden explosive action movies that will get your heart rate. These aren't your typical blockbusters. We're talking underground thrill rides, pulse-pounding shootouts, jaw-dropping stunts, and stories so intense they'll leave you breathless. You probably missed these, but trust me, you'll be glad you found them now. Let's crank the adrenaline to max. Here we go. In a city drowning in crime and corruption, a mysterious masked figure emerges from the shadows. He doesn't talk much, but his fists do. After losing everything to a ruthless crime syndicate, this man becomes a living weapon, unstoppable, cold, and out for revenge. The gang that ruined his life is experimenting with dangerous chemicals, spreading chaos through the streets, but they didn't count on a nightmare coming for them. He strikes fast, vanishes into darkness, and leaves nothing but fear behind. As the body count rises, the city's underworld scrambles to stop him. But how do you stop a ghost driven by pure vengeance? With gritty visuals and brutal action, this is a dark superhero origin story you won't forget. Set in 1987 Oakland, Freaky Tales explodes with 4 gritty, adrenaline-pumped stories. A gang of punk kids wages war against brutal neo-Nazis in a blood-soaked battle for their turf. In another chapter, 2 female rappers take on the corrupt system rival MCs and crooked cops in a fiery lyrical war. A burned-out hitman goes full vengeance mode when his loved ones are taken out, unleashing chaos on his enemies. Then comes a wild finale. A basketball star unleashes his fists and feet to protect his home from a home invasion straight out of a nightmare. With a pulpy, VHS-styled 80s vibe, this anthology throws non-stop action, revenge and retro madness at you. Every frame is a punch of style, grit and rebellion.
Almost there.
A U.S. military helicopter crashes deep inside hostile territory. On board, a group of unarmed tech specialists and 1 key civilian expert. Stranded behind enemy lines with no backup and no communication, they're forced to become soldiers overnight. As they battle their way through rugged terrain and relentless threats, the tension skyrockets. With every step, the enemy closes in. Their only mission now: survive and protect the civilian at all costs. Ambushes, betrayals, and brutal firefights turn this into a relentless race through danger. One man rises to lead when chaos erupts. Valiant One throws you into the heart of survival warfare, where brains and courage are the only way out. This is raw, non-stop military action you won't forget.
Me? You got him.
It's about damn time.
Sorry, brother. Love hurts.
A real estate agent's quiet life explodes on Valentine's Day when a mysterious red envelope from his criminal past shows up. What starts as a romantic gesture turns into a full-blown nightmare. His brother, a ruthless crime boss, unleashes a wave of eccentric hitmen who turn his office into a war zone. He's forced to confront his violent past while protecting his assistant and fighting for survival. Office deals are swapped for brutal brawls, and romantic cliches are shattered by gunfire and bloodshed. This is not your typical love story. It's a twisted, high-speed ride filled with chaos, dark comedy, and action-packed showdowns. In Uprising, a brutal war splits 2 childhood friends, one a noble, the other a slave, who reunite on opposite sides of a rebellion. When the noble's once loyal servant dons his master's robe and rises as a symbol of resistance, the country erupts in chaos. Battles rage across muddy fields and burning villages as former allies become bitter enemies. This isn't just action, it's loyalty versus revolution, power versus justice. As betrayal runs deep and swords clash in heart-stopping duels, the line between hero and villain blurs. With a thunderous finale that brings emotion and fury to a boiling point, Uprising delivers raw intensity, historical weight, and non-stop drama that grips from the first shot to the final standoff.
Just walk away.
A mild-mannered author's life flips upside down when his fictional book about a deadly international assassin is mistaken for a true story. Kidnapped and thrown into a real political conflict in Venezuela, he's forced to live out the dangerous role he only wrote about. Caught between revolutionaries and corrupt officials, he must use wit and luck to survive assassination attempts and navigate deadly traps. What follows is a fast-paced mix of action and comedy as he tries to clear his name and escape the chaos. This film delivers thrilling twists, unexpected alliances, and plenty of laughs, making it a fresh take on the spy genre. If you love action with humor, this one's a must-watch on Netflix. A former Marine takes a night job as a mall security guard, hoping for a quiet life. But when a young girl who witnessed a major crime seeks refuge, everything changes. The mall becomes a battleground as ruthless criminals launch a full-scale attack to capture her. With only a small team of untrained guards, the ex-soldier must use his combat skills and quick thinking to protect the girl and survive the siege. Every moment is packed with intense action, clever tactics, and non-stop suspense. If you love high-stakes thrillers where the odds are stacked against the hero, this one delivers big time. Prepare for an edge-of-your-seat experience that'll keep your heart pounding from start to finish. In The Bouncer, a tough nightclub bouncer finds himself caught between the law and the criminal underworld after a violent incident puts him on the police's radar. To avoid jail and save custody of his daughter, he's forced into a dangerous undercover mission infiltrating a ruthless gang. As he dives deeper, the stakes skyrocket with intense action, moral struggles, and life-threatening choices at every turn. The tension builds as he fights to protect his family while navigating a world full of betrayal and violence. With non-stop thrills and a gripping storyline, this fast-paced thriller hooks you from start to finish. If you love action mixed with heart, The Bouncer is a must-watch on Netflix right now.
Gotta be careful, dude. You can still die. You're not Wolverine.
Born without the ability to feel pain, a quiet bank clerk lives a cautious, lonely life until a quirky co-worker pulls him into a whirlwind romance. But everything explodes when their bank is robbed on Christmas Eve. His boss is murdered, and she's kidnapped by a gang in Santa suits. What follows is a jaw-dropping rampage of twisted traps, bone-snapping fights, and reckless chases. Using his condition as a brutal weapon, he dives headfirst into danger, frying his hand in oil, taking arrows, breaking limbs, all to get her back. But the twist? She's connected to the gang, and the betrayal hits hard. In a final bloody ambulance showdown, vengeance meets heartbreak. This action thriller blends love, violence, and pie like never before.
We'll never get out alive. Can't hold here any longer. You stay, I stay.
Sniper: The Last Stand throws you into the high-stakes world of a legendary sniper forced back into action when a deadly new threat emerges. The story follows him as he faces off against ruthless enemies in a battle where every shot could mean life or death. With intense sniper duels and smart tactical moves, the film keeps your heart racing from start to finish. But it's more than just action. The sniper wrestles with his haunted past while trying to protect innocent lives caught in the crossfire. This movie blends emotional depth with edge-of-your-seat thrills, making it a must-watch for fans of precise, explosive action packed with suspense and smart storytelling.